Go, go, go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the crowd, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and get it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run a track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I must lead the ass and all this really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it. Now we cooking in the stew talking about this. I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quite don't know it yet. Yeah, we ready for war. Anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dunking on like shagging them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, make it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but they showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. All you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a banger whenever I'm walking in. Banger whenever I'm walking in. Yeah, cause go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feel? Good morning, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome. Lunch in the labs. We get some things straight. Right here, we are back. We made it back safe and sound after Saturday's travels. How's your Monday going? Some of y'all at work, going to work later on. Shout out to the people who work second and third shift. Come on, man. JoJo already in the building. You already know. So you know the certain ones I can depend on to be at lunch. You got somebody at work like that you work with that you know. Boy, I go in there, I ain't seen that person all day. Boy, we about to trip. Hmm? That's my guy. That's JoJo, man. Good peoples. Good peoples. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Ariel, I know she gonna be here in a minute. Tabby Ray, what you say? Huh? Is that them Pryor boys? That's right. One more again. That's gonna be every time I see it. That's what I'm saying. I'm like embarrass them all the way till they get grown. That must be them Pryor boys. Every single time. Big Colleton. Oh wee. Listen, Steven, what's going on, man? Like Colleton, something in that water. I need about a couple gallons, man. Need a couple gallons. See that country water is a little bit different, man. Colleton County Cougars doing their thing. I'm sure we're going to see them in the playoffs. Another team that some are saying I haven't seen them personally, but rumor on word on the field is that they look a little D1ish over there. I tell my supervisor I need a break when the Festive show comes. Hey, I'll be right back. Well, you know my stomach, but I don't care what you do. Make sure you get in. Steve, yes, sir. Listen, y'all looking a little D1-ish, but hey, listen, there's so much great secrets to that. There's that fine gray area. Some is light gray, some is dark gray. It's a gray area between, bumping, man. Shit, we gonna run the deep two. It is what it is. Mark Hart come on, man. Mark Hart, where you been, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good that you still up, kicking up some dust. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, let's give a shout out. Yes, don't stop. Don't stop. I ain't gonna stop. Oh, long live AR number 17. Yeah, the big weight. Listen, I heard. I don't. Man, I hate giving out. You right though. We probably need to do something Let's dedicate the show. Let's do something. Man, the jersey, whatever the case may be, man. Listen, wherever PhD U Sports can reach out, please, please, please send the message to the loved ones, the family, the friends, whatever we need to do. Let us know. We'll be right there. All right, we got to show up. You want to do something, man? Cool. Whatever you want to do, PhD U Sports will definitely be there. I keep telling you, for the community, by the community. All right, Julio, make sure you put that out there. Let people know. All right, Big Fort in the building. Yeah, definitely going to the base. Somebody, yeah. Just told children go do some work. Yeah, Mark. Hey, listen. One Berkeley. So man, I heard it was. Of course, you hear the rumors. I don't know the full truth, and I never like putting that stuff out there. It's crazy. Speaking of passings and loved ones going, and ones that we were close to, I don't know if you guys heard, but the originator of Voice Sports. You remember Voice Sports, right? The people I used to be with, VOYCE, viewing our youth consistently everywhere, was one of the things I loved. I loved it. I loved the acronyms. I loved the fun. It was meeting all these guys, meeting all these people, meeting a lot of you through Voice Sports. Wayne the Voice Matthews has passed away. We found that out just a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago. We got a message. Some of us are still on a group chat. Some of the people that we met along the journey of Voice Sports, and it got back that Wayne had passed away. I was like, wow, man. It was it's kind of sudden. Him and I hadn't really talked in a while, but still, we never wish anything like that on somebody. So uh, definitely R.I.P. Wayne the Voice Matthews, who gave me the mic, and along with the mic, gave me a book of some some do's and don'ts, and man, this is what you got to do, and call it like that. The way he molded me in the game made it even just more easy to adapt. He was always right there. Give me a call after a show. I'd probably think, he ain't watched it live because he wouldn't pop up there. That wasn't the case. He'd watch the live, wouldn't click on it, and would sit there and watch your entire live and then call you after and say, hey, man, I don't like popping in because it ain't about me. They know me. I want them to get to know you. It was just great. It was just great. Unfortunately, we hadn't talked in about a year, but still, rest in peace, my man Big Wayne in the building. Shout out to Greenview Eagles. Shout out to Greenview Eagles. Teresa, what's going on? What's happening? Shout out to Greenview Eagles. Teresa, I was out of town this past weekend. I didn't leave the state, but I left out of town. Went up there to Columbia, South Carolina. Appreciate it. Northeast Richland High School, or Richland Northeast High School. I think it's Richland Northeast High School. Appreciate you, Joe. They have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful facility. Beautiful facility. My goodness. And we went up there and watched Greenview Eagles and the Capital City Vipers. So to us, it was a bonus game of the week. And a bonus indeed. Right as soon as we parked, they had a spot for us right up front. Can you believe that? Spot sitting right up front, already waiting on me. So, hold on, let's see. Spot already waiting on me, so it was easy. Unload a couple of things, turn around, and go straight to work. Everything went great. Everything went great. We'll tell you about some of the games that was matched up. Who won for the day? They definitely showed some love out there, and we'll talk about the referees. Come on now. Come on. Y'all think it's not the same? Shoot. I don't know. We'll also speak briefly, very briefly on. We don't like doing any negative vibes on here, but it was wild, wild story that we heard about the father shooting the coach. Now, the whole time I'm sitting there thinking it was at the game. No, this was at practice. Ooh. I don't even want to get into it, but I know you guys heard of it. Go look it up. You're interested in that type of stuff. I read just very little because I don't know. I don't want that type of negativity or even start thinking of the game, excuse me, like that. So I kind of just leave that stuff alone. Another lesson learned from the one and only Wayne the Voice Matthews, that we won't bring the negative stuff on here. It's why we don't show injuries, right? We don't show fights. We tend not to try to focus on it. If we can catch it in time, we turn around and just turn away from it. Or you guys remember this, right? We'll throw something up like that instead. You know what I mean? So uh we just don't like putting that type of stuff out there. But I heard that's out there. The story that's out there, right? Father shoots coach at practice. The whole time I'm thinking it's a game. No, it's a practice. That's wild. Playoffs are coming up. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's get back to what happened Saturday, all day Saturday, and a quick announcement. There are no rankings. There are no rankings. Just to put it plain and simple, right now there are no rankings due to playoffs, everything else that's coming up. Both, both leagues. I kid you not. I'm pretty sure they'll be out of here within a couple of days. You got to give these gentlemen a moment. They also have lives, stuff going on, and with playoffs coming up, who's hosting, who isn't, who's getting ready. You know what I mean? Some of those games you can go ahead, you can book now and say, all right, yeah, that's my playoffs. The last weekend, if there's one or two that have to be decided, cool, that's on that one has to be decided. But for the majority, I believe that these gentlemen, all right, the commissioners, is what I'm talking about, of Skyfa and AYF, are both getting their stuff together, their schedules together, and all the other stuff. It's not easy. All right. Also, on top of that, both of them have jobs. On top of that, both of them have families, lives, stuff going on. So just to put it plain and simple, it's at the end. Here it comes. I'm pretty sure this week they'll have them because this is the last week for Skyfa. AYF, I believe, ended off last week, if I'm not mistaken. This past weekend was their last. So they kind of have that free bye week type thing going on, and then they get ready to go into their playoffs. Other hand, Skyfa this will be their last regular season, and next weekend starts right into playoffs. I don't see why not. Playoffs is coming up, so it's here. It's here. A lot of these people better be ready, right? I tried to tell you a long time ago. Go ahead and get that clap. The season, I promise you, the season was shorter than preseason. You don't believe me? Just ask some of these parents who were involved in everything when it came to clap, when it came to the little tournaments, when it came to the little bowls. They had the Rugrat Bowl, the Baby Bowl, all that stuff. If you were sitting there putting your child into all that stuff on top of going to practice, your off season was longer. And 77, right? Your preseason and your supposed off season was way longer than your regular season, right? Oh my goodness, it's been crazy because I know mine has. I know it's been like that during the preseason. It seemed like every weekend, hey, let's boom. I mean, every weekend we do have it now, but it doesn't have to be an all day thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But it's just as busy. It's just as busy. All right, just as busy. All right, but playoffs are coming. Told you get ready. Whoever had that clap has been clapping since preseason all the way up to now. You kind of start noticing the difference. Some coaches may even come in now and put in that new offense that they ain't showed you. William, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, some of these guys, it's playoffs, right? So some of these guys, they don't break out a whole new offense. Some are pretty decent that they played one set of style of offense all season long and never had to change it. Okay, that's cool. It's like really good that you didn't have to, right? I don't know if it is really good. Hope you're undefeated if that's what it is, but you held on to the offense or it works, right? Now they're going to turn around and come playoffs. They're going to break out this other one that actually they've been practicing, but they never had to bring it out during the season. Look for that. That's what I look for. I see when these guys start doing different stuff, implement a couple different plays, right? Everybody's got that Woody Woo show, right? Woody Woo show. I'm going to show this play right here. Woody Woo. Gotcha. Right? That's why I call him Woody Woo. It's like the fakes and the. Come on, I'm just saying. Teams have done it. Teams have done it. Philip Simmons did it. Remember? They wouldn't let us record. Gag order. Right there. So I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that. Willie, you can laugh at Woody Woo. I don't know where I got that from. It just, helps to keep me. Ever since I've been coaching, I haven't been cussing. So I come up with these just weird words. It's Woody Woo. It's Woody Woo play. Woody Woo. Right? Yeah, however you want to say it. Look, JoJo. Look at hey. Here comes JoJo taking notes again, y'all. JoJo. So we are switching. Hey, listen, they're not going to tell you, but you have to be ready for it. If you don't have that in your defense, if you don't have that package where I'm stack the box, you ain't right, you ain't throwing, you ain't passing, stack the box. But then you got to be careful. Don't try to go off of film. I get it. Some of these coaches show up and they watch the other teams. Come to watch a couple of games before their game is later on, stuff like that. I get it. There's a mindset behind that. That pay attention. Tell them pay attention. There's a mindset behind that. Okay, they're getting that one down. They're getting that one down. All right, check this out, JoJo. Ready? Here we go again. Because for some who don't think that they get it, JoJo takes notes. All right, pay attention. You ready for this one, JoJo? So you go and watch this other team, JoJo, and you see their offense or their defense. What's JoJo do? Offense? JoJo, you do offense, don't you? Either way, let's say you're doing offense. I think JoJo does offense. JoJo, what are you doing? Offense or defense? Look at it. Pay attention. Pay attention. Definitely got to pay attention. I think JoJo does offense. But you go and you watch the defense, you're like, okay, boom. You're looking at a player or two, and you're looking at the formation. JoJo head coach, he don't do no offensive defense. He talking about big head coach. You know what? All right, so that's even better. He's talking about big head coach. My fault. And when you the head coach, that means he do everything. That means he can do everything. Don't get it twisted. But he delegates it out there to his fellas, man, and I love it. He's got one heck of a group over there in Berkeley. All right, so JoJo, so it's even better because this is like me now. It's even better. We go, we watch the defense, right? So I was an offensive coordinator and I've been a head coach. So, but I still did both 1 year, did offense. Anyways, offensive coordinator, I'm going to come in there and watch the defense. I'm going to watch anything. I'm looking for the player and the formation, right? Where's their weak link? And I'm going to run towards them. And then when I run towards them, this other kid's going to get so bored that he thinks, man, look, it's time to switch up. Or they're going to switch up their defense and try to do something that works. You have to still have that other offense. Now, I'm going to eat you up probably the first series and a half. I'm going to eat you up because you can't figure out how do I know what to do, when to do it type stuff, right? Then you're like, man, he doesn't know. Move, switch up your defense. Well, as soon as you switch up your defense, I better have at least 1 to 2 other offenses I go to. Oh, hold on. They switching up their defense. Oh, that's what they trying to do? All right. Boom, call them, you know what I mean? And be able to go right to it. It's no panic mode or anything. That's why you did what you had to do the first 2 series, fool. That's why you turn around and run it up on them real quick. I've been said coaches be watching and studying players and plays before they play Big Fur, so they know what players to watch out for. Oh, I've been said or been seen. She probably been, yeah, a little bit of both. Hey, listen, a lot of these teams won't change up because you cannot stop what they're running. So you watch these teams. You can watch these teams. Some I see ain't changed nothing. Now come playoffs, they'll throw something a little minor in there. They'll add a couple plays to their book or something like that. But other than that, man, these kids know this stuff in their sleep. As well as they should. Put it in your head so much that you should know it. So we're at the playoffs. There ain't gonna be no more excuses. I don't want to hear about the refs. I don't want to hear about nothing. Definitely have to be versatile. My man said it. You definitely got to be versatile. And you can't get mad at that. And JoJo, that's the one who get mad and start getting into all his feelings because now you got to dig down even deeper when it should have been right there. It should have been right there from the forefront. Now you mad at the referees for throwing flags like you can't get them yards back. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Them story views of highlights tell it all. Everybody watch. Hey, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. But you know what? No. They want to say, hey, who going live? You ain't got to worry. You see, Tabby, check this out. You don't hear too much about them cats saying, hey, who going live anymore. Those guys show up. Those guys show up. They, all right, all right, all right. You don't believe me? Fort been in my booth about 4 times this year. 3 to 4 times this year. Fort been in the booth. And they ain't been playing. One time. One time they was playing. One time. Other than that, the boys been right in there. Big Fort, William Bell in the building. What's going on, man? Nephew, what's happening? Joe says, hey, listen, you know what? Because they showing up, JoJo. They showing up. They coming to your games. They coming to your games. Who that? Bell say he took a tough L? Come on, man. Ain't nothing but lessons for him, man. He always, then you don't bounce back. We making this to playoffs, though? What are you, T1? Yeah, we making it to playoffs? That might have been that might have been the rough one. Because I thought you could lose more than 2 in D1 before you dang near booted out. It's supposed to be that tough, right? So I thought you could only lose like 1 or 2. Was it a conference joint? That's what I gotta know. But that's what it comes down to, man. The game's gonna be totally different when it comes to playoffs. All right? So pay attention. Pay attention. All right? The game's gonna get totally different. Some of those players are gonna play different. You thought you had them handled, you had them on lock. It's a win or go home situation, people. All right? It's a win or go home situation right about now. And some of these kids, either, yeah, we still in there. Okay, we still in there. So yeah, we still you still in there. Okay. All right, so long as I get at least I get to see you again. I get to see you one more again. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that because I think I'll be at the first round. I'll be at the first round. I'll be right there. But you're gonna see a different kid, you're gonna see a different aspect of the game, all kind of stuff when it comes to the playoffs. All right. I can give you the game and I can tell you, hey, this is what's to be expected from certain teams. Listen, it's changed up so much. It's hard for me to keep up. A lot of these are going to play that running gun. They're going to come at you, right? It's going to be bully ball all over again. You can't stop it. I ain't going to change it, right? It just mush you down the field, right? Yeah, definitely prayers and condolences to the Cane Bay youth family. Jeez. Gone too soon, man. Gone too soon. Definitely gone too soon. Young student athlete. Make sure you guys send out prayers. Send prayers up to the player that has fallen to Cane Bay Youth Cobras. I'm not sure if they're doing a funding or anything like that, but if they are, PhD Youth Sports will be more than happy to not only pitch in, but share and let you guys know where to go find it and be able to pitch in also. All right. What else are we going to talk about? The uniforms. My goodness. Next year, I promise you, next year we're going to do something totally different, man. My goodness. We're gonna have to have the best lids, the best unis, and concession stands. So somebody tell Tommy Price and Coach Spence, look out for some more avenues. All right, those guys right now have the concession stand. We're also gonna find out before the playoffs even start, because once the playoffs get here, we're gonna have these people tell us who was the best concession stand. What do they remember about it? What was it that they ate? That type of thing. All right. Oh my God. Look, hold on. Don't go. Whoa, don't check that. It's the Vipers checking in. We're gonna talk about that. I wanted to wait. Is that what? That's the one who been hollering at me like, yeah. This young lady approached me, said, "Hey, you didn't give the scores. You didn't give the scores. We put our scores up there. You didn't shout us out. I think I totally missed like everybody's shout out that weekend, and I was like, oh my goodness. And this lady has actually approached me about the shout outs. I was like, man, I got to stay on it. I got to stay on it. Big Fort, listen, Big Fort's uniform on fire. You want to know why I like them? Because it's like that old school vibe. So let the old man, Big Unc, tell you right now, I liked that. Okay, but then I saw two more this past weekend. That was fire. Hey, that was big. Listen, that was fire. Capital City Vipers uniforms. They wore the green ones. Somebody showed a picture of the white ones. I thought the white ones was harder than the green ones. No lie. No lie. They got I like the unis now. And Greenview Eagles popped out and changed uniforms on the 12U, different from all the rest of them. That was hard. Andy Wolfpack, what's going on? Wilson D. Barley, what's happening? Boy, I ain't seen Andy Wolfpack in a minute. Oh man. Oh yeah, it's definitely all love. It's definitely all love. You're supposed to keep me. Y'all gotta keep this. This is what I have y'all for. That's what family is for. We're not fans and all that. We family now. We family. Right? So that's what we're supposed to do. Supposed to check me. Man, what's going on, boy? Hey, I gotta find my Andy Wolfpack. I got a hat and a shirt from last time I saw those cats, man. I had a ball with them. But I think next year we want to do that. I think we want to vote on like the hardest. It doesn't matter. If you know the other team's lid is harder than yours, just vote for them. It is what it is. We're going to probably come down to like top 5, something like that next year. Concession stands and the uniforms. The uniforms and the lids don't have to be in the same, you don't have to be the same person. All right? Because again, for the lids this year, I'm just putting my vote in for Ashland Ridgeview Swamp Fox. They did something on that. They did something on that. And I know sometimes, listen, you just be honest with you, you might not have the money to keep redoing and redoing and redoing every other year, possibly, but not every year. But you got to hit them on one. You got to hit them on something. Shout out to everybody wearing the pink accents. If you went pink uniforms, hey, even better. God bless you. You know, fundraising or whatever you did to get it, share that tip, share that secret with a couple of other orgs who you see, excuse me, who probably couldn't get it for the community, by the community, that type of thing. Share that tip. Hey, listen, this is what we did. I don't know what y'all. I see y'all went with the pink accents, but if you ever think about going pink uniforms, this is what we did. That'd be awesome, right? Just reach out. You don't have to go all over social media, put it up there like that. If you know, man, we went out there, we collect that money, got these kids uniforms, the hardest things out there when it comes to pink. If somebody comes up, ask you about it, another director or coach or team mom, somebody comes up, ask about it, share the tip with them, man. Hey, yeah, tell your director this. To have your director give me a call. Let me see. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. But back to the Saturday, right? And shout out to everybody who wore breast cancer awareness month gear, whether it was just accents or uniforms, you guys did your thing. All right. You always they are always fire, but I don't. I've seen a couple. I've seen a couple this year. It'd be really hard for me, especially now that I've seen the Viper. I've seen the Vipers one that was pretty hard. You had to like see it in person to see it. It was cool. Um, Shout out to Greenview Eagles along with Capital City Vipers. Game of the week bonus in the Midlands went down this weekend. The Eagles took it 3-1. Food was pretty good. Food was pretty good. They had a lot of stuff going on. They had a concession stand along with a vendor and along with another. I want to say another vendor. The thing that got me about um, the Eagles, the Greenview Eagles doing their thing over there was they actually feed the staff separate. Like you showing up to the game, feed the staff. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure if there was a family or family member or somebody in need and just going through some rough times and didn't get something to eat and needed something to eat and they asked like how you approach is not what you say is how you say it. I bet you they would feed them too, if not the family. You know what I mean? It was that type of vibe. Went down there, myself, the student, awesome that they even student hasn't been out almost half the season, because he's been working, right? He's been working somewhere else on our circuit. That he turned around, he came out there, and everybody's like, "Hey, that's the." And so when they saw me, they saw the student man. He had a ball. He's still talking about the trip. Y'all might get him back separate. I don't know because he talked about it so much. I think he's ready just to drive back. Um, Capital City Vipers showed love even on the win and or the loss. I went over there, showed love, talked to some people. It was great visiting with them both out of the Midlands, and it was just a great vibe. It was just a great vibe all around. It was competitive, so it's not like it wasn't like the Low Countries. Now I think the Low Countries is the only competitive. I mean, of course, I like the SEC, but I'm impartial to it. Right here in the middle of it, the mecca of the of the SEC. But there's the football play style and everything is the same up there in the Midlands. If anybody from the Low Country and or the Midlands want to get something back, reach out to me because we're trying to do something later on in December. But I have to know that people want to play in it or at least to run it back. Right? I have to know that. If you want to run something back, you feel, yeah, you're not in the playoffs, you're not in the run for the championship, it's okay, but you know you want, like, yo, let me get, nah. We were close. Right? Even here in the Low Country, Midlands, in this area, you want to be able to run it back against somebody, let me know. So we trying something. Yes, and I was gonna say, yeah, Greenview did do their thing. Oh Lord. Look, I can always depend on my It's one. Hey, this that little sister right here who always be like, "Man, please be quiet," but she be spitting facts though. She be spitting facts. We should have been there for the food because Lord, the Wildcat Dogs food was whack. Yo, that's my little sister Ariel, man. She listen. Listen. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. She gonna say it. She gonna say it. Yes, sir. What going on, my guy? Mama P's wings and things. Where it's at? Ooh, veggie rice. Come on now. Golly. Mama P's, I heard. I saw the new truck. Congratulations. And here we go. And honestly, yeah, she said it right there. Yep. 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 Listen. All right. Okay. So I won't say that all the refs were trash. I thought there were some trash tendencies going on. If you're talking before, first of all, first and foremost, shout out to all the referees that show up on time there and do a decent job and do the best they can with whatever the situation or wherever the situation is. We thank you guys. We appreciate you because without you, there could not be any game. But, ladies and gentlemen, there's got to be whoo-wee. Gotta stop the madness, man. And this is just my opinion, the opinion of PhD Youth Sports, whether Skyfa, AYF, Pop Warner, AAU, if you guys have separate issues or incidents with your referees, sit down and talk to them. I hope you guys have meetings well before because I think to know the expectation, you have to know the referee. Okay, I didn't know these referees. I can down here show up to any game and tell you, boom, boom. Oh, buddy, what? Oh, that corner right there. Whoever playing on that side, whoever playing on that side. No, it was at no JoJo. It was at Richland Northeast. I believe that's the Eagles' home field. Oh, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too. But the referees, they threw a lot of flags in 6U. Don't get me wrong. We've all seen it, right? Even Michael Waits put up a video not too long ago talking about, one of his players and how good what they were doing. And the first thing I saw in the video was the kid, the 6U, grab the other kid from behind the shoulder pads and hold him. And we laugh at it because it's 6U, man. You got 4, 5, 6 year olds in that thing. Some who just turned 7. Hey, those are probably your prime players and all that other stuff. I get it. You can't expect, buzz so much out of a 5 or 6 year old, man. So as a coach, we should know that. As the referee, man, you should really know that. I get it. These guys fought all week to try to get these kids still. She said, I thought they were playing flat. Listen, too much, too much. Listen, she said there was so many flags, she thought they were playing flat. No, if we got to explain these jokes to you, y'all, come on, man. Listen, they been playing flag football because if you guys remember my line when I started off, I think I showed y'all about 4 or 5 times with the flag how the referees kept throwing the flags. Now, what was crazy is, and I will all due respect, I don't know his name. I told you I don't know these referees, but the white hat had to have a meeting to tell those other cats stop throwing the flag so much. These kids are 6 years old, man. 4, 5, and 6 years old. Stop throwing the flags. So I was like, hey, I kind of agree with White. Hey, man, don't put my business out there. These people don't know you, and I'm not even showing your face. So he was all prepared, right? And that's his team. That's who he works with. So they still the same. What's up, Faye? Hey, happy homecoming to NC Raiders. I know I missed y'all. I believe you me. I get 1 or 2 a year. This was my one, and unfortunately, I didn't make it to see my NC Raiders. And at their homecoming, I know they had fun because they tight anyway, right? Me just adds a little bit more to it, but they tight regardless. I'll definitely make it up to them here soon. Yeah, the flags was way too much. 6U, 3 things you got to learn or know, right? And that's blocking, running, and tackling. These kids ain't getting too much more on top of that. If they are, you're blessed. Take it. You know what I mean? Take it and do what you got to do. And of course, take it up to that level. But when it comes to throwing the flags, if it's far away from the play and there's no way the kid would have caught him anyway, stop throwing the holding, man. Talk to the coaches. He's right there on the field. Talk to the coaches. Let them know what time it is. You know what I mean? Of course, great day, and we like, of course, always family. Proud. I mean, because I got some stuff coming up with my man. I think I want to dedicate something to him. Again, I'll forever, on top of the lemonade being named Coach AJ's Lemonade, I think I want to do something else and join them with it. Camp Future Bucks, how you feel on 706 Sports? 706 Sports made us forfeit because we had a 10-year. Well, whoa. Whoa. All right, one thing at a time, but we're going to talk about that. I'm glad I didn't drink that water just now. All right, but anyways, so the referees are the same everywhere. That's what I'm going to say. All right, you don't believe me? Ask Maquita, Shell Williams. It was a lot. It was a lot in the 6U, which prolonged the day right off the rip. Like, I get it. 6U to me should be almost like a hybrid clock, right? Since we have all those penalties and all that stuff going on, don't stop the darn clock, man. If that's key. Keep it running. Do what you got to do. 6U was good, but 6U Greenview Eagles are who they say they are, and they did their thing. All right, Donut Boys, they did their thing. They did their thing. All right, they opened up. The boys poked the bear a couple times. They went out there. They went out there and played ball. All right, the champions went out there and played ball. They coming back. I think they want to go back to back. And what's crazy is they lost a few. They lost a few of their sixes that went up to the eights, right? So they're in that gray area between 7 and 8 years old. So they'll probably be playing 8U. Would be 8U would almost be the returning champions 6U if they all stayed with the org and possibly they added 1 or 2 pieces to the puzzle. That'll be 8U. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing 8U Greenview Eagles next year. All right. We're gonna be looking forward to seeing them on that uh, stage right there on the 8U next year. 6U, coach tells me he had like 5 or 6 or 7 brand new players they never played before and were dogs. They were dogs in their own right? So they were doing their job. So next year, because a couple of them were 5-year-olds, don't tell them I told you. A couple of them 5-year-olds, you'll be seeing them again next year. So it's going to be interesting. Moved on to the 8U. 8U was a good one. 8U was definitely a good one. Vipers take that. Then Quita, what y'all won the 10U? Y'all won the 10U. I didn't have a booth. We had some problems with the audio. So by me not having those type of things, somewhere to I could have sat down and wrote down some of these notes with the games going on. I know 8U was a good one. 10U was a good one. And on to the 12U. You guys seen it live yourself. That was a that was a banger. That was a banger. That bad boy came down to overtime, and I I think a couple of flags got in there. It got a little choppy from time to time, so that's just competitive. That's if I'm not mistaken, Capital City Vipers and Greenview Eagles are kind of that's like their rivalry. And if it is, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. It's what you thought a rivalry should be, right? Coaches kind of back and forth on the field, talking and chopping it back and forth. Um, of course, the players, a couple of players, like I don't mind when it gets a little pushy, but that's like the furthest I would like to see it go. That I'm kind of like okay with. He fired up like it's in him. He's trying to bring it out. I got you. The other stuff, man, is just a little too much. You know, having to be held back because you want to jump on the field and all that. It's a little too much. And the way that the field is set up, I mean, could a parent gotten over? Yes, he probably would hurt themselves because it's kind of a steep drop. On the home side, I know it was kind of a steep drop, so you might hurt yourself by trying to even jump out on the field unless you're going to go down and around. But they had everything pretty much. They had it well maintained, nothing crazy. Went and talked to again, like I said, Capital City Vipers. Also, Raiders will see this again this year. I know that's right. I had an organization on Invo on Lineman Challenge again this year. Oh yeah, oh definitely. I talked to somebody. I think I talked to I think an org did reach out to me, sis. But if it's not the same, inbox me the information. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. I don't think Anton. Now we both locked in. Now we both in trouble. Because then if I don't do it, man, I thought we ain't got to talk about it. Just do it. You know what he says, right? What's his favorite? What's his favorite words? Fee? So do what you do. Hey, what did Anton say you want me to do? I don't know. He said just do what you do. So I don't know what that is. That's a little bit of everything. I know what it is. James Island, yes. Yes, that's exactly who I talked to already. That's who I talked to already. So long as they're in for the 7v7, then yes, they can do the lineman challenge too. I'll be doing the logo soon and get that ready. I appreciate you, sis. Always. Always looking out for Big Brother. Always looking out for Big Brother. Make sure I stay straight. And don't go hungry. Hey, but Feet, do you hear what I said about Greenview Eagles now? They do breakfast now. I ain't saying that y'all feed us, but they do breakfast out there. They had it on the track, right? They had like a little small table and about 3 crock pots in it. And the servers they had one lady behind there, and then they would take turns with the cheer moms. Would take turns and come out there, and one would serve for a little bit, the other would sit down. So what the world is going on here? Yeah, Greenview. Hey, I tried locking in, man. I tried locking in. I was available. We probably getting ready for basketball coming up soon. I tried locking in. I tried locking in. That's all that's all I'm say about that. I reached out. More than willing to take that road trip back once again up there to the Midlands. I haven't been to a showcase in a minute, man. I'm always eager to get back there, man. Moose got to know that. I'm always eager to get back and see a lot of these cats I haven't seen in a minute. Talk to a lot of these coaches I haven't seen in a while. Some new faces, all that stuff, man. That's exactly how we get down. But it's all got to come together at the end of the day and make sense on both sides of the coin, right? Um, but refs were the same, all the other stuff. Again, if you guys haven't seen it, go look it up. I don't believe I'm going to repost it on my page. The father shooting the coach at practice. Again, when I first saw it, I thought it was at a game, something acting up. It still doesn't justify it. Don't get me wrong. But when you first hear about a story like that, you're like, oh my gosh, that happened at a game. Like, wow, No, this happened at practice. This happened at practice, and all over because he didn't start him. Wow. I mean, I hope you don't ever get. Hope we don't ever get like that. I've heard a few times, a few people say this year, this season, and I'm not gonna tell you those few people are, but of course, I talk to a lot of people. Um, youth football is just it ain't the same anymore. It ain't the same anymore. And they may or may not be possibly thinking about just stepping away from the game. And at some points, you can't blame them. At some things, you can't blame them. Mandy says it's going to be a big, going to be a heck of a day. Hey, listen, so this is what we have. And you guys know I keep it 100 with you. This week, game of the week, is supposed to be the Stall Junior Warriors against Military Mag. All right, Millie Mag. But I haven't gotten confirmation on some things. So we're waiting for some people to reach out and let us know what's going on so we can adjust accordingly. And I would love to come out, Mandy, especially if we're going to be down the street, around the corner. We would definitely love to come out, show some love right there towards the end. All right? Even if it's, one last game or something like that, the last 2 games, whatever the case may be, depending on when everybody starts. All right? So that's what's happening. Once again, no rankings from either. All right, so you can't say this was trash, that was trash. You be mad whoever you want to be. But like I told y'all before, if you're just now joining us, just now tuning in, Skyfoot nor AYF rankings have been made simply because these guys, they have lives, they have stuff going on similar to you, right? A lot of stuff going on. So if you imagine it's busy for you, just imagine how busy it is for them to get scores, get this, make those positions made. So this time around, hey, they run a little bit late, and I can't be mad at that because if I'm not mistaken, right here before playoffs, it's the last, right? They one time we can give them that one, all right. Some of these kids don't get playing time for safety reasons, and parents don't. Ooh, that's a lot. Ooh, message. Laquita, you come back anytime. I might have to invite her on now. We might talk about just this. That'd be an awesome subject. Because I'm not going to get into it fully right now. But that is an awesome subject for a lab on a Sunday. Huh? We got to bring them bad boys back anyway. The lab's on a Sunday. Come to Fort Knox. I told you, my little. Oh Lord, not. Oh, listen, Shantae. Woo, don't think I forgot about last year's tailgating because I think they booked me for last year, right? They booked me for last year. We went out. That's when y'all had the DJ and all the other stuff, right? Went out there for the homecoming, and I didn't know they were tailgating. And when I pulled up, my good parking, I said, "Well, I know me, right? If you know me, I know me. Student knows me. They can't stand that part about me. That I show up. I have to show up an hour early. I have to. It's the coach in me. It's the me. I tell you. Listen, I have to show up an hour early. So I showed up. Oh yeah, cut it out. Because I already know. I showed up. Shantae will tell you. I showed up last year, right at y'all had already been tailgating. And I showed up hey, well, what the heck been going on here? I see the grill. And y'all was breaking down that to come get ready to play the games. And I was like, yo, these fools been tailgating. Then all of a sudden I go to the Facebook and I'm seeing y'all tailgating. And I said, oh, I didn't even know about that part. But, last year, that's when the game of the weeks and stuff like that didn't play till in the evenings, which we got to bring that back. The games didn't play till the evenings. And that was pretty cool because then they gave everybody a chance to come see it. Well, this year, because D1 and D2 is a little hard for some, right? Especially you have home games, you try to do all your D1, D2 one day, get it over with. I'd almost vote another day for the D2. It's just me, but it's hard. It is hard. It is extremely hard. If you have a D1 and D2, to sit out there and go all day long, woo. But would you split up in 2 days? And if you did, what day would you want to play which one on? That's a whole different scenario, but it's got nothing to do with me. That's with y'all. Also, let's see. Next year, again, we'll be doing uniforms, lids, and along with concessions because I've seen some fire uniforms, seen some fire lids, and been at some fire concessions this past season. And we want to put it out there and let you guys know who's the one that we chose. Even if we go top 3, top 4, top 5, we can all put them in first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. He's supposed to be there all day because homecoming. We're going to turn it up to oh my God. No, you won't. I remember last year, Shantae. You remember my truck? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not even coming near y'all. I'm not even coming near y'all. No. No. I remember that. Yeah. Y'all turned up all right. They had a ball. And so did we. Thanks foremost to everybody at All Day Big Fort Style. Yeah, Shante, I want you laugh. Shante, you and I know why. You know why you laughing. You and I laughing. Absolutely. All Day Big Fort Style. I believe it too. I believe it. It's been great. It's been great season. I can't wait for the playoffs. We are locked in for the round 1 of playoffs. We're set. Everything is there. We just got to bring us. God, don't hide your face now. Oh yeah. It might just click. It's all good. But playoffs are coming up. Last week of Skyfa coming up here this Saturday. Hey, if you made it to the playoffs, you know you made it to the playoffs. Make sure you share that stuff with us. If you've been pinked out, make sure you tag PhD Youth Sports, right? You're on your uniform that you're all pinked out. Shout out to everyone dealing with and or battling cancer and or breast cancer. To me, it's just Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to anyone in your family battling, right? Or in remission. We say prayers up always. All right. Make sure that you are for the community, by the community. Don't forget, shop around, do what's right for you with due diligence. Oh, hold on before I go. Come on, man. Speaking of the Raiders and being locked in, listen, once again, it comes back. It's the Low Country Elite Bowl, $65. And look at the unis. Now, they can't be in the uniform rankings because it's just unfair because they get to see everything else that comes out first. So it's just not fair. But you want to make sure that you get with the registration down at the bottom, www.lowcountryfootballinc.com. All right, Low Country Elite Bowl. See if they have room for your child, your student athlete. Hey, coach, they're looking for a few more. See if they have any spots available. You definitely want to get down with this. I have done this. I did this back in 2019. I had a ball meeting all the different players, getting them all together, and I believe they're going off position. They are going off positions. Okay? So even if your child, you can have a first string, second string, or he might be a backup too, but or be a straight athlete. Unless you are just straight athlete, then you're going to play your position. This is exactly how it should be. You're going to play your position. Okay, we did this a few years back when there was talent on talent, still is talent on talent, but I just told them a long time ago, I think now's the time to show it. All right, perfect timing. Low Country Elite Bowl going down January 5th through the 7th. Also, don't forget, on the 4th, January 4th, we're going to do a show live. We are going to do the draft. Huh? Come on, man. We're going to step it up, bro. We're going to step it up, y'all. Come on, we're going to do the live draft right here in the lab. Whether or not we're at Bar on the Ave, we'll look at the dates, we'll see where we're at. If we got to go, we might do it at Bar on the Ave. We might do it right here in the lab. Those decisions will be made as we proceed. All right, but make sure you get your student athlete in there, 6U, 8U, 10U, 12U, and along with 14U. Some good games going to go down. I guarantee you. All right. So that's what it is. That's what it was. That's what it will be. Playoffs coming up soon. Last game of the week coming up this week. Of course, we'll post it tomorrow. It is supposed to be, so far. Now, look at Coach. Coach always come late. Big 52. There. Oh, 52. Oh, he's in there? Ooh-wee. Coach Randy Washington. Coach Randy in the building. Definitely, Coach. Hey, listen, mad love sent to the Cobras in their time right now, along with the family and loved ones of Wayne the Voice Matthews. My former, he was the Yoda, almost like the Yoda of the whole thing, man. They called me Miyagi. It was one heck of a journey to learn from that guy. Both of us Pisces. There's just so many things that clicked well with us that it was worth it. It was worth it. I learned a lot, met a lot of you, right? And that's what made PhD Youth Sports what it is today. The hard work, dedication, everything that we're trying to do for the community, by the community, right? Because without me, there is no you. Without you, there is no me, right? And hey, who do I get to talk to? Nobody? Nah, God, I need y'all. Need y'all. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Call it out. When I'm right, just make sure your hand clap really loud. I'm just playing with you. Hey, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. Make sure, play safe, be safe for the community, by the community.